What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Rasslin Report. Took a week break due to some technical difficulties.
Hold it. Wait. Hold the phone. Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I go away for a week.
Yeah, you go away.
You say that you're going to do it, and what didn't you do?
They do it.
Yeah. Why didn't you do it?
I did do it.
You didn't do it.
I did do it, and then I went to hit the save button, and instead I hit the close button, and it deleted everything.
So the key is here: when Dad's away, Jake smokes more drugs.
Not always the truth.
Anyway,
let's move on. We didn't get to our prediction show for Payback. It was a pretty successful pay-per-view. Anything you want to kind of highlight?
the one match that I thought was horrible was the Rocky Horror Picture Show one.
Yeah, that was a painful match to watch. Whoever came up with that idea needs to get fired.
Yeah, that was really bad. Other than that, it was a pretty solid pay-per-view from top to bottom, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't anything jump out of my seat and scream and yell, but it was definitely a
solid pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It was nothing to write home about, but it was good.
Yeah.
I really liked the Sheamus Cesaro turn. I think that was
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
And I think it's
pissed off that they made Bayley lose the title, but hey,
it worked so well though because she got Alexa got so much more heat for that.
Yeah.
And that's actually a good transition point because we start Raw with the entire women's division, all 7 of them, minus Alexa Bliss, who had just won her title, doing a coronation ceremony, basically making fun of everyone.
The girl is so good on the mic. Amazing. Just.
I've told you since I saw her in NXT that she was going to be a superstar.
Probably one of the best ladies on the mic. Her and maybe the Boss, but I don't think she has an equal on the mic.
No, not in the woman. She'd take most men for a run.
Oh yeah,
put her and Seth Rollins in a.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
It would be amazing.
Yes.
Yes. From there, she goes on and insults everyone who's going to be on the opposing team for a tag match, which happens after the break, after Bayley has had enough of her being attacked and jumps her and goes to commercial.
Over and breaks the mic.
That looks expensive. That looks really expensive. Anyways, we get to the 8 women's tag match, which is we have Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox versus Sasha, Bayley.
You can't see this, but I'm just staring at them to see if you can get them all right.
Sasha, Bayley. No, Dana's was on the other team. I'm all sorts of out of whack.
There was 8 of them, anyways.
There was 8 of them. I thought the match was pretty good.
It was a good match. It wasn't the highlight of the night for sure, but it was a good opening match for sure.
Yeah, really strong. Got the crowd into it. Really big thing was Alexa Bliss now looks like she's paying homage to my namesake and using the DDT as her finisher.
I like it.
She makes it look vicious too. She does it justice.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's
good. Alexa Bliss's team does win that championship match, and it does look like they're tag match. Wow, that tag match, and it does look like they're sort of trying to form a bond between Nia and Alexa, sort of having the smaller person with the protector.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I think that would go over really well because Nia's such an imposing figure and Bliss is such a midget. Can I say midget?
I think you can say midget.
I don't know.
Anyway, moving on to yet another midget, we have Enzo versus one part of the big tall guy of the club. What's his name? Luke Gallows. Wow, that was bad.
Yes. I would say that was the worst match of the night. In my books, I didn't think it was that great. It
was the second worst match in my books. You seem to forget about our Purple Brand match.
We don't even watch those, though, so we can't count those.
Yes, so...
No, I didn't think it was that great. It's too bad. I don't know what they're doing with those two. I think they could do a lot more. When I say those two, I'm meaning Enzo and Cass.
Yeah. I think they really missed the ship with separating them when they started to build all that momentum with Big Cass being in the number 1 contenders match. Yeah. I think they lost a lot of big opportunities for him, or maybe they're just delaying it until there's time for him to be that big guy, until the Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns kind of cool off, and then he can come in as a big guy, right?
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but I mean, there seems to be so much talent there that they're not using on those two, whether it be a tag team or whether they go their separate ways.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Is it a case of too much talent on one show?
I think what's the problem is there's not enough tag teams. If you think about it, you've got
the Hardys.
You've got the Hardys. You've got Cesaro and Sheamus. Those are your two big ones.
Yeah.
Then you've got Gallows, the club. You've got Enzo and Cass. Then you've got the Golden Truth. Oh, and Rhino and Slater. So you've got your bottom end.
Yeah.
You've got your you've got your 4 middle, or your 4 bottom, your 4 middle, your 4 top.
Right.
There's no room for them to move until the Cesaro, Sheamus, Hardy Boys thing move over.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they really missed the ball in the Superstar shakeup, and what I was personally really hoping for was them to move all the women to one show and all the tag teams to one show.
That would have been really cool. That would have been really, really
make
cool.
one championship for each division, because each division needs more content. SmackDown doesn't care about their tag teams. They're not being used.
No, not at all.
And Raw uses them to the best of their abilities, but there's just not enough of them.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool to see.
Yeah, and women, I mean, there's just not enough for a full division on each side, which, in my opinion.
Not at all.
Who ends up winning that match? The club ends up winning that match.
Sure.
Luke Gallows ends up winning that match.
Yes.
And Enzo gets a beautiful shiner in that match, too.
Yeah.
Not sure where that happened. I think it was in the before the match started when they got jumped.
Also in the beginning there that when he got jumped there, I think there was a stiff shot. But I think it was a stiff shot because if you looked at Gallows, he had a bit of a shiner, and apparently they were saying that happened on the kickoff show that we didn't watch.
Yeah.
So it could have been a tit for tat.
It seems to be a lot of that happening lately in the WWE. I don't know if they've been told to tighten up, stiffen up, and it's just gotten too stiff, or if this is the new era we're going into where they're going to hit each other. Reality era, right? Yeah. Next segment is backstage with Neville and TJP, who is now his official going by, I guess.
With TJP. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the 205 on Raw. Not that I'm not a fan of the 205. It's just 3 hours. They can cut it down to 2 hours.
Get rid of.
But anyway, no, I like what they're doing with the kid, and he's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, we talked about it before, and they're giving us reasons to care.
Yeah.
About 3 of the however many people there are in 205 are in the Cruiserweight division.
What do you mean 3?
Neville, TJP, and Austin Aries.
And what about the gentleman?
No one cares about Gentleman Jack.
Everybody cares about Gentleman Jack. How can you not like him when he jumps off the top rope?
I think it's the cheesiest, most stupid thing in the world.
Come on now.
It is the worst. No, it is the worst.
Suck. Write in, send letters.
Send letters! We're Canadian, so it's the best form of discontent. Write an email. Very strongly worded email. Cut to a segment about building up the future of Seth Rollins, what's next for him. Come back from commercial, he comes out to the ring.
Oh, I like it.
Calls out Brock.
Yeah.
Calls out Brock Lesnar, just straight up calls him out until he's interrupted by Finn Balor, which I'm like, all right, cool. Build these two up. And then the big change, Dean Ambrose comes out, and I will quote myself exactly, God damn it, they're doing nothing with another mid-card title again.
It was funny. I laughed because then when they came out and all of a sudden now there's #1 contender for the Intercontinental, throw Miz into the act. And
Dean into the act.
No, Miz came in too.
Yeah, but Dean came out and threw major shots at Brock.
Oh, great at Brock. Great at Brock.
Basically saying, if you're not here, you can't be the champion of Raw. If you're not here, you're not working. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. And it's really true. It's exhausting. How do you have a pay-per-view without your main title?
It's just...
Either title, to be honest.
Yeah.
You didn't have an Intercontinental Championship.
No.
Which is a slap in the face, which is, I would think, why Dean Ambrose came out so fiery today.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even put that together till right now.
That makes sense.
But yeah, then, as you were saying, Miz does come out.
Then Miz comes out, and I just love Miz on the mic. I just think he's one of the best. One of the best. All of a sudden, it turns into a #1 contenders match for the main event.
For the main event, for the Intercontinental Championship, not for the Universal.
Which is cool.
Yes. Which then also starts probably with some of the best segments of the night for me is Dean Ambrose interviewing people backstage.
I laughed so hard. So hard. He's so funny. I'm hoping they do give him his own show on the network. I would watch that. It'd be so much better than that other creepy show that they have on called Awesome Show, whatever it's called.
The Edge and Christian Show that totally reeks of awesomeness. Yeah. Obviously the best show on the WWE Network.
It's a horrible show. Give Ambrose a show.
No, Ambrose is busy actually fighting for a living.
Oh, come on. Ambrose can do a show.
I don't think he's talented. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's got time to do host shows.
Would you not laugh for a half hour?
Oh, I'd totally laugh. I'd literally just have cameras follow him around. I'm sure he'd be fantastic. Next match after that, we already touched on the 6-man. Why are we watching this Cruiserweight match? Well, because everyone's tired after a Payback pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view, yes.
Yeah, who cares? Whatever. Blah blah blah. Anything pop out at you during that match?
That's word, please.
Okay, cool. Cesaro and Sheamus come out to the ring to explain why their dastardly acts happened.
I just love what they're doing.
For the first time ever, Cesaro had personality. That wasn't just, I'm a fighter from Switzerland.
Yeah, no, he was, I liked the fire in his eyes that he got, and the anger in his voice. And the whole segment was put together so well.
Yeah.
One of the best heel turns I've seen in a long time.
Well, when we had talked about it going into the Payback pay-per-view, or going into that match at Payback, that we wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Hardys turn.
That's what we were expecting.
We expected them to lose, have them then transform into the broken Matt Hardy and the Brother Nero character, which looks like they're still pushing towards thanks to the purchase of the characters by WWE. But it was actually the complete opposite. They shook hands at the end of the match, and then the turn happened. It was just, everyone was expecting the turn to happen at the handshakes, and they happened, and it was kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
And then it continued.
That was good.
So,
like I say, probably one of the best heel turns I've seen. I just hope they use it right.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Hardy Boys come out.
Perfect. Like
don't say have to say a lot.
They don't have to say a lot.
And I don't know how many of the people listening caught it, or if you caught it. The tone or the accent that Matt started using was that broken character.
See,
that's why I got excited.
I didn't see broken Big Matt.
I got all excited, and for the first time on microphone, he said delete.
I don't think he said the words.
He said the words.
Did he say the
100%.
words? 100%.
He said the words.
Cool.
So the broken Matt's coming.
Well, if the all the cheat sheets and all the wrestling sites are correct, WWE has pretty much bought the rights for that already, so it looks like it's going to be a go, which I'm looking forward to. You've talked it up so much, so if it's not good, I'm going to come down hard.
That's totally cool, because it's probably the and you know me, I'm a huge Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy fan.
Oh, really?
Like they're my top 5 easily.
Oh, do you think?
But this whole Matt,
he's got a man.
the broken and Matt Hardy and the Brother Nero character are just extensions of what they can be. Like it just takes, because they're characters now. They're not Matt and Jeff. They're characters, and they're really good at that.
Exactly. And that's something they never were when they were in WWE. They were always Matt and Jeff.
Yeah, like even when Jeff had his big run when he was champion, he was the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy. He was that
still
weirdo.
Jeff Hardy.
He was still that stoner imagination Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just matured a little bit until he got dinged for too many, you know, smoking drugs.
And then I think they killed the Matt character with the whole Lita triangle love.
Well, I mean, they didn't kill it. That was Matt Hardy committing character suicide.
Yeah, exactly. It was bizarre.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Heath Slater versus Apollo Cruz on squash match, kind of giving Apollo and Titus a together
it was kind of cool. Role. It's going to be cool to see how far and how big that could go. Could be cool.
I think it's really good because Apollo, and I don't know if you've watched him that much, in ring he's fantastic. Put him on a mic, he sounds like me. He stutters a lot, and it's just awkward.
Yeah, I agree. He does need a manager that can talk, and Titus can talk. I think Titus's wrestling days are probably his best wrestling days. Obviously, are behind him.
Yeah, he's floundered ever since they broke up. Him and Darren Young broke up.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think it's a nice change. Probably by far one of my favorite segments. Kurt Angle comes out to try to explain the injuries to Super Roman and the running behemoth that is Braun Strowman. Gets partway through, and the lights go out, and we see Bray Wyatt.
I loved it. It was awesome.
For the first time, I think, actually cuts a promo in person on Raw. Every other one has been a recorded promo.
Yeah, he showed up as he said, he was still dealing with the Randy angle.
Yeah.
So he's put that to bed, which is cool the way he did it.
Yeah.
And now the whole broken angel, or the angel with the burnt wings, and
he's here to fix people.
Jake's convinced that it would be cool to put the three of them together, the three of them being the Hardys and Bray Wyatt.
Or against each other. And now I'm thinking about it, if Bray's here to fix people, you don't take someone who's broken to fix people.
Yeah.
You fix broken people. So
exactly. No, I'm looking forward to what they're doing. I mean, we could jump into another part of that, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to whatever they do with Bray. Bray's come a long way.
Bray's just amazing on the mic. Kurt Angle sold everything so well too. He didn't have to do much, but what he did do, basically said, "This is my show." Bray turns and looks at him and says, "It might be your show, but this is my world."
It was cool. And then boom.
Yeah, off goes and that's the thing, is he gets across what he needs to, and it's done. There's no hanging on to extra things. It's really nice.
No, I love what they're doing with this guy. Yeah, for sure.
Austin Aries versus TJP, who is now officially, according to Michael Cole and everyone, going by TJP now. Yeah. They've dropped the full Perkins, which I think is nice.
I like it because every time I hear his name, I want to go to the Perkins restaurant and have a messy omelet because they make a really good omelet at Perkins. So anyway, but yeah, I'm old. No, I just love what they're doing with the guy, and the guy's got so much talent in the ring, and it's incredible.
And this whole millennial, I have something to prove character fits him so well with and like we talked about that whole dab thing that he
dabbed. I know what dabbing is, people.
He knows
check
now.
Check it out. You can check it out online. I'll dab online.
Please don't dab online. Austin Aries still comes away with the win, keeping Austin super strong. But TJ looked really strong after the match, still going after.
It was perfect for both of them. Yeah. It really was. It was, good match.
Good match.
Good match for a 205 on Raw. Look at us talking about a 205 match on
and
Raw.
Actually being somewhat excited about it. Next is Golden Truth backstage with Kurt.
Why? I think just retire already. No, stop.
No,
stop. They need to retire.
I don't disagree with you.
They're done. They're not over. They won't get over.
No, I agree with you. However, letting them have this sort of nostalgia act,
it might be cool.
It might be cool, but not even. I don't even think they're going to win because they go through the whole thing. Go through there's a tag team turmoil match to determine the number one contenders. Obviously, Cesaro and Sheamus are going to win unless they throw a curveball at us, which it's WWE. You expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
But could you imagine? Again, this is a flow of thoughts. Golden Truth win. They win the championships.
Seriously.
How else are you going to break Matt and Jeff Hardy? They lose to a team who's...
It's not going to happen, Jake.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes you just go so far off. I try to agree with a lot of things you say. I try. I really do. But sometimes you just go so far off
you gotta
to
go
your
somewhere.
own little planet. The pink sky and purple moons. And
if it happens, I have audio evidence that I said.
You probably have a girlfriend, but hey.
Low blows. Low blows coming out. We're moving on. Time for the final match, the main event, the triple threat for the number one contender match. One of the best matches I have ever seen on a main event for Raw.
I wouldn't go back. Yeah, it was a good match. It was one of the best matches I've seen in a long time. It surprised the out of me, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, and it was better than good. It was phenomenal. It was, I could watch Finn Balor wrestle.
Yeah, that kid's so talented.
He's just so good, and I'd love to see him and Seth do a whole program together because the two of them are just so far above, that their talent is so far above anybody else. I'm not sure about his mic talent. Speaking of Finn Balor, Seth is obviously
kills it on the mic.
On the mic. But Finn Balor, guy's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just love watching him.
I think he can definitely keep his own as long as he's got someone to work with. So putting him against someone like Seth Rollins would really benefit him a lot there.
Yeah. What I like is Seth has got away from the typical 3-move finish.
Yeah.
Which...
Well,
I mean, it worked back in the 80s and 90s and probably the 2000s.
But you got to look who he was. I mean, it was an on-screen gimmick, him being under the wing of Triple H. But how much of a gimmick is that when you're underneath the wing of a guy who's Triple H? You know what I mean? So I'm sure was getting a lot of advice from him
Oh yeah,
on that
for
stuff,
sure,
right?
For sure. But I'm glad they've got him away from that and doing what he's doing. But that match was, I could have seen another half hour of that.
Oh, easily. Get to the ending of the match where things start flying around. Near falls every turn where you think legitimately they're not going to kick out.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just a near fall for the sake of a near fall. It makes sense.
I mean, a suplex from the top rope
into the Falcon's arrow.
Yeah, it's just, and then kick out.
And, yeah.
But it was perfect the way they ended it because they brought in Samoa Joe so that rivalry could still keep going.
Yeah.
Right? Then they brought in
Bray Wyatt
going back at Finn Balor, which Jake reminded me about when Finn first came in.
Not Finn, when Bray first came in.
Sorry, when Bray first came in. So that rivalry could be started again, and Miz and
Dean.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah. Right? I mean, and again, going back to my point with Finn Balor can carry himself if he's got someone who's really good on the mic against him.
Exactly.
Bray Wyatt. You're not going to find too many people who are better than him.
Exactly. No, all in all, you know what? I'm not sure what the ratings last week. Apparently, from what I've read, the ratings of last week's Raw was the lowest ever in a non-football season week.
That's gross.
Yeah, it was 1.9. When you go back, you go back during the heyday, what I call it, the Attitude Era.
Monday Night Wars.
They were 4.5s.
Yeah. But when Raw was losing, they were points where they were in the mid twos.
Oh yeah,
low twos.
But 1.9, and you got no competition.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle of nothing. I mean, you got hockey playoffs, but
there's one game on. Yeah. There's not that much crossover, to be honest.
It's it was sad. So hopefully this week, I'm looking forward to seeing what the ratings will be this week because I think it was one of the best Raws we've seen,
in
top
a long
to
time.
bottom, in a long, long time.
Yep. Well, we are wrapping it up here. Do you have any other things you want to add? Nope. Excellent. We are Rasslin Report. Every Tuesday we'll be on YouTube, and starting next Monday we'll be live on a brand new service. We will link to that in the video description below. Not live. Probably an hour delay.
Because if I burp, you have to be able to cut that out.
It happens a lot. If you fart, it's bad. Usually it'll be about an hour delay, so usually about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Mountain Time.
It'll go on Monday.
It'll go on Monday.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully that'll all work out. But yeah, if you guys do like what we do here, hit that like button. If you do want to see what we do every week and be alerted, hit that subscribe button and that little bell next to the button. It'll give you alerts every time we do post a video.
And one shout out to Sean, because Sean listens to us every week. He's the best driver to get picked up in Airdrie, to take you anywhere in Airdrie, and even to the airport at 4 o'clock in the morning. Sean, you rock.
Also, due to Sean, Drifter keeps popping up.
Oh my God, we forgot the Drifter again.
We're so over time.
Oh, Sean, we forgot the Drifter.
We will
we'll make a point of it next week, and we'll talk about the damn Drifter. Sorry, Sean, we talk about the Drifter.
That's our show, guys.